and gentlemen, on court 1, team tie between Asia All-Star and Europe All-Star. Umpire, resulting Singapore, service judge Komarul Lailia, Indonesia. Men's double, Asia All-Star, represented by Chunlai and Tarun Kona. Europe All-Star, represented by I.Sozonov and Vladimir V.Ivanov. Court 1.
Well, a China-India combination didn't work out in the mixed doubles. We've got the men's doubles here, similar kind of setup. Bao Chunlai got a huge cheer from the fans inside this DBL arena here in Surabaya. And so they know what his talent and skills are. The boy from Changsha, Hunan province. And he's here because they love him. And representing the Asian All-Stars, can't think of a better player to come and do just that. But the Russians are looking for blood. They've been certainly motivated by the performance of Karolina Maran, who won in the women's singles. They were definitely motivated by that mixed doubles victory, which was, in the end, comprehensive. Let's just see whether or not they can get on the scoreboard with this one. It will be fascinating. We won't harbour the thoughts of the lack of communication. I'm sure Bao Chunlai will have enough English words, but it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about communication, body language within the... Because you don't have time to discuss things. It's a feel for it, actually, isn't it?
Yes, because playing double, it's about friendship. It's about knowing each other, backing up one another. That's one thing. So communication is very important. We just saw the mixed double between the Zhang Bo and the Indian partner. They're having difficulty with communication. But I am just intrigued by the guy named Bao Chunlai. I've followed this guy in the past. Was a world champion in if I'm mistaken, in 2000 as a junior champion. Everybody was looking at, this is the guy with left-handed, stand about 180, 185, very tall, very agile. And at the time, he was the future of the men's single of China, but never really got into it. A lot of people think that because of the mental, instead of him, it was GC Peng was the champion of Olympics back in 2000. So it was different atmosphere, and he got fall out again with the Chinese contingency. Of course, lost a lot of competing with the better players as well.
You're absolutely right. He's almost the... You can't get a bridesmaid, can you, because he's male, but you know what I'm saying. He's always been the almost guy. The runner-up. You know, he's runner-up in the World Championships in Madrid. He was the bronze medalist in Kuala Lumpur in 2-7. Bronze medalist in Birmingham 2-3. In the team events, obviously, he was part of a really strong Chinese team in the Asian Games and also Thomas Cup. I mean, he's got 4 winning times from 2004, 6, 8 and 10. He was part of that whole squad. You know, he's littered with international championships and super series and stuff where he's won. But all the big stuff,
never got into it. He never get over the hump. You know, Lindan, the last 2 Olympics prior to that, is GC Peng. So it is extremely difficult for him probably to finally to accept that he needs to step out. You know,
he's played Lindan 25 times. Now here's a little bit of fun. How many times do you think he has won out of 25 meetings against Lindan?
Do you think? I would assume. I'm guessing. I have no idea. Probably more than half.
He has won only 5 of 25.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
He is sitting out outside looking to the national team.
Other compatriots, he's lost more against Chen Hong than he's won.
But Chen Hong was another player. I remember that. He never get into it, you know.
But Chen Long is 3-2 up.
He's 3-2 up.
Yeah. Chen Jin 5-2.
Him out.
Yeah.
It's about mental things at the end.
Taufik Hidayat, how many times he's played? 12. Won 9 of them. Oh,
Yes.
he's had the potential. Chunlai is no wonder he got a great cheer. He's been brilliant.
Oh, yeah. I love this guy. I mean, this guy, when he was in his prime, it was special to watch.
Right, well, he's here in his capacity as a doubles player right now. So Chunlai and Tarun getting, I have to say, I'm impressed by the amount of cheering and shouting. It's going to be the Russians to get the shuttle in play.
Now, I've seen it, and then I think I can call the bucket list on my list about playing and seeing the Russian players playing badminton.
They've got really, really good talent.
Well, you're right, you know. I'm sure they've been playing a while, too.
Sozonov is the lefty, just in case you're wondering.
Big guy, and Tarun Kona is the Indian guy on the right side here. He's the shortest one of them all.
Very short, but Ivanov is huge.
Oh, gosh. I'm thinking the Danish player, the double player, is huge. Jan Eriksson. That was the good old days.
25 years old is Ivanov.
He looks older, doesn't he?
Sozonov is even younger, 23. Good work.
Well,
Chunlai, is he going to take up a position at the net? Surely not. He's going to be deep. Has to be.
I have the feeling the same thing, that the Russian will go after Kona.
3-1. They must be a little bit nervous first time on TV. You know, it's a tough environment, this. Expectations are high. Their team are 2-1 up. They want to just confirm this 3-1. That would be something special. Not happening at the moment. Out of play. 2-4.
Well, one thing about the men's doubles from European, with the bigger body, bigger height and stuff, it's difficult to lower themselves to play a line drive games. That's why the Asian seems like more adapt to that game.
A bit of confusion. Are they counting?
Well, he is the same. I'm not going to say about this referee or this umpire. Yeah, he should have known immediately who's supposed to. Evan?
Oh, serious. 2-4. Not say too much, huh? No. Not that we might regret later.
Oh.
Good work.
Oh. You're right. See, watching line, it's communicating with Tarun. Very good.
3-4. It is Sozonov. Oh, yay! Chunlai. Oh, wow. 4-4.
John, this is very important for both Team Europe and Asia, because the winner of this, especially for Europe, if you can make it 3-1, they're going to have a good...
Big difference.
Yes,
Got to put it high to get away from Ivanov. There you go. No pressure told. And I tell you wouldn't discount the Russians. They're working well together. And you wouldn't discount the possibility of them picking up that point. They've started out a little bit shakily, but they're now into the rhythm and the zone and moving well at 5-4.
Good play. Yes.
Yep, Tarun did well. He's the initiator of that. It is a surprise to see him at the baseline. I mean, he's got a powerful hit, but again, you can't. How much height can you get? You know, you need to get the angle. You have the power, but this always gives that little bit more time for the opponent to see it.
Well, right now, about Chunlai occupying the front part.
Yeah.
Yes. Good play. Yeah. Well, this is quite exciting here.
It is. It's 6-all. I mean, okay, we haven't seen a great deal of any of these players except Bao Chunlai, but you know, it's intense. There's a lot at stake.
A lot of stake is. That's true. But you know, playing. We've seen a lot about Chunlai in the past, but not playing men single, men double.
Taken a lot of encouragement from what's happened already in this matchup between the All-Stars of Asia and Europe. They feel as if they're on a mission. I think it's and they're certainly well coordinated. 8-6, 9-6. Bao Chunlai's missed a couple. We looked up at the lights on the last one, which was almost an air shot. That time it was a forced error.
It was not an up shot. Tarun is playing well, isn't he? He is not intimidated.
No, he's contributing hugely.
Yes.
No question about that.
He is not feeling pressure or intimidated by the height or the size of his opponent.
That's out.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right. Bao Chunlai's made more errors, given away more points. But as you say, we like to look at the fact that he is communicating. He's talking every point to his partner. 10-7. It's the interval. It's 11-7 in the first. And the Russian pair of I.Sozonov and Vladimir Ivanov have really, really impressed. Since a slow start, they've now found a rhythm and they're in control.
It's one thing that makes me thinking about the speed of the Russian player is a lot quicker than the anticipation of Bao Chunlai and Tarun Kona. So
yeah, they're playing well together. That's the issue. They're moving, they're interacting, they're changing their positions very, very nicely.
The rotation part is very, very good. Yes, we can tell that they've been playing together.
It's been actually quite an inspirational choice, these All-Stars. I mean, so different. Who expected Russian doubles partners to come here? You know, who expected the 19-year-old ladies single player from Spain? You know, it's unbelievable. They both went for it. That accounted for that error.
8-11.
That's the problem. Sometimes when you have a lefty that plays on the outside, the other side, so both rackets are on the inside. Hey.
Oh,
out.
Very good.
Service over. 12-8.
12-8. Ivanov.
Each one.
Really well. He was under a bit of pressure at the net there. Coped well, but Tarun Kona, wow.
Like you mentioned about contributing. Yeah, he is contributing in a big way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Service
was,
over.
and Ivanov has spent a lot of time at the net, but of course they're so interchangeable that on that occasion he drops back, and he is a giant. I don't know, I don't have an actual score
He
here,
looks
but I reckon he's about, what,
195, 98
You talk millimeters and centimeters, and I talk,
inches.
yeah, possibly.
Probably about 6'5",
Oh,
6'4".
yeah, I reckon.
14, 9.
I thought British is with centimeter.
Yeah, they do, they do.
Matrix.
But hey, I'm so old-fashioned. No, but the funny thing is, I talk about weight in terms of kilos now, but it took me a long time.
15,
You're still with the
I
pound?
was still Imperial.
Oh, that's new to me.
Well, no, the Imperial was the old, the old
okay.
stuff. It was
Pound?
pounds, stones and pounds.
Oh.
100 weights, you never got that.
No.
15-9, it's a good one here for the Russians to take the first game. And there's 16-9. They are impressive because they're putting up a very, very large barrier. The opponents are not able to get it over because they're too tall, not able to get it through because they're very quick. And it's all working well for Russia and for Europe.
Not taking away from the Chunlai and Tarun Kona,
Service over.
but the teamwork of the Russians is better.
It is. Yeah, you can tell they played together. Even that push, okay, is a bit wide, but knew what he was trying to do. You'll be relieved to hear that your Surabaya and Sara Lee have come through
Boy.
against Singapore.
Yes.
2-1 though. Long match.
Oh, did he miss that one?
Yeah, he missed it.
11, 16.
Straightened it up, it made a difference. Cross court,
Service
cross
over.
court. Straight down the middle into the feet. 17-11, this is good.
One thing that when he is hitting the last shot, he was moving forward too. Oh gosh.
Oh, we should have left it, surely. Doesn't matter, does it? It might do. It might do. You wouldn't want to now be losing this game from this situation. 12-17. It's happened before. I thought that shuttle was way wide off the response for herself. Oh, good shot.
What a deft touch
Yeah,
that
it
was.
was. It was
Service over. 18, 12.
Again, it's impressive if somebody's like big. Still that's
didn't have enough depth on that clear.
Service
not
over.
a beauty one.
13, 18.
13-18. It's terrible when you have to go further and further back and you're thinking, crikey, watch out. 13-18. Good play, Tarun. Well played.
Wow,
He
yes.
deserved that.
Indeed. You were correct about that. Tarun was the one, the hero for that point. Yeah, to look at it, he is got to be more than 6'5".
I think so. 14-18. Oh. It's gone. Yeah, it's out. 15-18.
Yes. Wow, this is a huge comeback.
15, 18.
Still 3 points. Difference is huge, but still. Tarun Kona and Bo Chunlai.
Now with the serve.
Oh, that was a good return by Tarun.
Service over. 19, 15.
Flowed.
Yeah, he was absolutely all over that. the net. It was good net play. 19-15. They do move, interact very, very well. Rotate, as you said. Brilliant start, well finished. For 2015 is game points there. But there was so much going on. I have to say, Tarun Kona is a great defender.
Yes,
he really
indeed.
is very, very quick.
Yeah. But the Russian, it's been amazing to find out somebody players like earlier Spanish.
Yeah, the jump smash is the bit that does the job, and 21-15. And Vladimir Ivanov and I.Sozonov finishes that one
First
off.
game won by Europe All-Star.
21-15, 1-0 to the Russian pair, and this is looking really positive for Europe.
The way I look at it, the Europeans play bringing Scott Evans, Caroline Myrin, and just each one is it. There's no replacement or no substitute, is there? Yeah, so they will go with whatever they have all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a caveat that I think they were talking about bringing Tina Rasmussen or Tina Baumbach.
Yeah, I saw her name, yes.
He might just come if they get further down the line. But, no, the plan, certainly for his first 4 days of competition, as we finish after the 4 days, then there's a little bit of break, then we come a double venue. So half go up to Malaysia, up to KL, half stay here in Surabaya. The European team certainly stays here in Surabaya. And
Indonesia.
yeah, well, we'll see whether or not they will import any others. But I know the Malaysians are desperately trying to push Chunlai into appearing, but I don't know how successful they'll be, whether he's injured or whether he's not quite as incentive enough, I don't know. But it's a fantastic Axiata Cup. I love the format, the formula. It's working well.
You know, there's got to be difficulty with the knee of Tarun Kona.
Hot 1, 20 seconds.
Yeah, he's having problems with that bandage as well. It keeps coming unstuck. I like that. So you see, just put a little hand out for Chunlai to touch. Chunlai is obviously a very, very nice character, very gregarious in his attitude. So short. Just look at him, still chatting.
Yeah.
I don't think his Hindi won't be that great, will it?
No, probably the English. Or Tarun's is a Mandarin.
It's probably more likely.
Yeah.
No, they'll be speaking English.
But this is where is the medical personnel, you know?
I don't know. I think the coach will be getting it sorted. Anyway, we're almost ready to roll once again. It's Asia up against the wall because we have I.Sozonov with the serve.
What a start.
Yeah, perfect. Well, he picked on a guy that he knew was going to be stretching. Is it going to be a change?
Yes, he's asking for it. Oh, there you go. Oh, once again, that huge smash.
They are intimidating, no question at all. It's aggressive, that's one thing, but everything about them, the body language is very, very aggressive. Put it wrong again.
But Chunlai is making more mistake than I'd like to see it. This time it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, broken the duck there. 1-3. Yeah, we had a lot of feedback about the egg and the love thing from French yesterday. It was really
Service
interesting. A
over.
lot of people were
4-1.
Big part?
a lot of people were interested and were quite surprised at the origin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Court.
Well, how did you find out?
Because I went on
Service
Facebook
over.
and saw quite a number of comments.
Oh, the Twitter man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was news to me.
2-4. Good. There's
Service
nothing
over.
you can do when you've got a guy
5-2.
like that, like Goliath, standing right next to the net. Look at that. This next one, bang.
Yeah, he's just like a goalkeeper in a soccer. You know, he's just guarding the gauge. What is he trying to do? Oh, he's trying to tape it something in there. Oh, you need to tape it the whole round, not just a small piece.
Yeah, Toto's getting frustrated with Mr.
No.
Tarun because
You got to make a round to it. You're moving it around. You're not like trying to go to sleep with it.
right, it's 5-2. Europe in control. They up by 1 game. We are competing, of course, with Indonesia versus Saudi Arabia in the soccer right at this moment, coming to the end, I think, very shortly. But at least we've not had to try to get a taxi at this time of night.
No, not yet. Saturday night probably is going to be crowded.
6-2 and it's 7-2. And I tell you, they've worked out how to take Tarun out of the game. Whenever they serve, they're putting it long. I.Sozonov again with the serve. That was poor from I.Ivanov. He didn't
Service
get
over.
underneath it at all.
3-7.
3-7. This is now important that they get some points. Chunlai serve.
Oh, you've got to put it out of the way. John, if you're interested with the soccer between Saudi Arabia and Indonesia, they have concluded the match where Indonesia succumbed or lost 2-1.
It's a lovely little touch from Tarun to make it 4-8. Well, that's a shame for the local population. He would have been really upset with that. Right.
5-8.
They haven't made too many errors, the Russian pair,
No.
but that was one of them. Yeah, one got in the way, missed it. That was I.Sozonov. 5-8.
That was not a very good
No, it wasn't.
Service
serve
over.
to begin with.
He
9-5.
was trying to do exactly the same to him, to I.Sozonov, as he had earlier, but it didn't work.
Nice. Good eye. Again.
10-5.
Yes.
Must be very frustrating for a guy like Chunlai, singles player, but he's having to constrain himself, playing tip touches, and there's another big error, and that's the interval
11-5.
in the second. It's 11-5. It's
Yeah.
an even better position than it was in the first game. So you have to say the Russians are not only favourites, they're getting better.
Yes, you can see that Ivanov and I.Sozonov was talking. I was watching his body language. Okay, we're going to get this, but don't get excited. Just calm. There's still time to play the match. This is a huge victory for the European team, isn't it?
Well, if they get it to 3-1, that will be excellent. Because they were very competitive. We expected, certainly on paper, it could go easily 3-1 to
Hot
the
one.
Asians.
20 seconds.
Yes, that
Hot one.
Carolina Marine
20
is
seconds.
very, very huge, winning that match. And I thought you and I discussed about this. How come Zhangbo is not playing with Chunlai in a men's
11-5.
double?
Play.
It may change. You can afford to give away 1, but don't give away 2.
Yeah. Get the sure thing.
12-5.
It's all looking ominous now. We're not too far from the end. 12-5. great cross-court, great angle. You wouldn't want to be facing that, I tell you. Because he's got that height, he plays it so close to the net. You're getting back a little bit further, and there's lots of space.
See, one thing so amazing about that one, he's about 2 meters, so say 6'6", and with this length of arm and a racket.
That's right,
Yeah.
But
Service
relief
over.
for
6-13.
Asia at 6-13.
What good play by Tarun. There you go again, I told him.
7-13.
Right. You need three or four more points now just to get back into this.
This one, yes.
8-13.
Did you see that one? He just swinging it, yes.
Good. Chunlai serves well, in fact, with that little sway side to side and then pump serve for a direction in the middle. Good stuff, 9-13. This is what we want, a bit more competition.
Well, we'll see if he's going to do it again, side to side.
It is a trait, I've noticed it before when I've been commentating. But on this occasion, he keeps it straight.
He's trying to use out of position, Tarun.
Service
Play
over.
that clear. He
14-9.
needed to get it. No chance.
Instead, he's trying to get the winner. Oh, he's behind again.
Difficult, but snatched with
Service
the
over.
backhand.
10-14.
Make a stop here.
In the middle, and it's in. 11-14.
11-14.
Should the Russian be nervous?
No, they won't be nervous. They've lost, obviously, a bit of control. It's not just the points they've lost, it's the momentum. And that's, really be nervous. And there's the reason. They've just got too many
Service over.
guns to look at.
15-11.
They've got many, many different options.
Well,
16-11.
yes.
16-11.
Ivanov really controlled very, very nicely. Okay, there's a little moment where they lost 3-4 points in a row, but 17-11. Sozonov.
what a shot.
What a backhand that was. 18-11.
18-11.
Superb.
Yeah, what's so impressive about him, once again, that huge physique of Ivanov is able to control delicately with that shuttlecock.
Four.
And again, they
Service
very,
over.
very quickly built up a nice little deposit in the bank, and 12-18 still gives them a lot of opportunities to seal it. There's another one. 19-12.
Service over.
Good
19-12.
support from the crowd here in Surabaya. I think, they want to see Europe do well. Oh, Tarun, you played a really, really good match.
9-12.
Yeah, he did.
But that is now a huge mistake. 2012, match point. Russia, match point. That's it. That is the game. The match point has been complete. Europe have taken yet another point. All important. Fourth point there. 3-1 they have taken it. Nathan Robertson together with Jenny Walwood picked up at the other point. And the most impressive this evening was the performance of Caroline Marin, who really impressed us all with her performance, coming back from the death at the end there against Yip. And, well, I tell you what, it was all round a very good performance by Europe. They now can look confidently towards potentially getting into the final four. It's very, very impressive.
It's about perseverance from the European teams. You know, they learn from it, they continue to fight back, they continue to stay together, and then what a comeback it was, and what a match it is, 3-1, and I'm surprised. I really do.
Well, it was a good third day of activity here at the Axiata Cup in Surabaya. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've got more good stuff to come tomorrow on the fourth day. It'll be Indonesia, Asia, Malaysia, Europe here on the television screens. Other stuff going on as well. But Axiata Cup providing us with huge entertainment. We just have a quick look at a few of the examples here. There's Carolina and Marin, who is really impressed. It's the 19-year-old from Spain. She has been a revelation. Scott Evans, unfortunately, came up against a star of the badminton court and succumbed. And Jenny Wohick puts her head in her hands, but it all worked out nicely in the end. They were victorious for Europe. And now a little exchange here between the Russians and the Chinese and stroke Indian pair. It wasn't to be for them. Ultimately, it was the Russians that won. So Europe have won this one by 3-1. They add that to their original tally. And I'm sure in a while we'll get to see the standings after day 3. So the final moments, I'm not sure. There they come. Group standings, thank you very much indeed. Indonesia with 10 points, Malaysia with 8. Europe have made a big move up the ladder with 7. Asia dropped back to 6. Thailand have been held back to 5. Vietnam still in the picture, but Singapore have dropped off the pace a little bit. Philippines right out of it. But Indonesia, Malaysia looking solid, and it's going to be a big competition between not necessarily Thailand, because I think they're solid, but Europe and Vietnam together with Asia will be competing big time for the honors to go through to the big time up in Kuala Lumpur. I hope you've enjoyed our coverage on this day. Let's hope you join us again tomorrow on day 4 of competition. Bye-bye for now from all of us here in Surabaya.